Good morning, students. In the last period, we have discussed about the metals, non-metals, as well as the metalloids. Now, today we will see about the physical properties of matter. In that, the measurement of properties. Many properties of matter are quantitative in nature. When you measure something, you are comparing it with some standards. The standard quantity is reproducible and unchanging. The standards are chosen arbitrarily with some universally accepted standards of criteria. The arbitrarily decided and universally accepted standard are called as the units. म्हणजे एखाद्या प्रॉपर्टीचं मेजरमेंट करत असताना आपण कुठल्या ना कुठल्या मापन पद्धतीमध्ये आपण त्याचं मापन करत असतो, मेजरमेंट करत असतो. आणि त्यालाच युनिट्स असं म्हणतात. जसे की आपण दूध असेल त्याला लिटर मध्ये मापन करतो, व्हॉल्यूम त्याला की आपण मास असतील त्याला केजी मध्ये मेजरमेंट करत असतो. 1 किलो साखर, 2 किलो गहू. म्हणजे these are the properties, measurement properties, which we have to measure these quantities in the units. And the arbitrarily decided and universally accepted standards are called as the units. There are the several systems in which units are expressed, such as the CGS system and MKS system. Centimeter, CGS म्हणजे काय? Centimeter for length, gram for mass, and second for the time. As well as FPS, foot, pound, and second. And the MKS units, that is meter, kilogram, and second. These are the various systems. With the help of these systems, we can measure the quantities. Then about the physical property, that is the mass and the weight. We know that the matter has the mass. So, the mass is an inherent property of matter, of a body contains. The mass of body does not vary as its position changes. On the other hand, the weight of body is result of the mass and the gravitational attraction. The weight of body varies because the gravitational force of the earth for body varies with the distance from its center of the earth. And mass and weight याचा आपण जर विचार केला, mass and weight. एखाद्या वस्तूचं मास जे आहे हे कुठल्याही परिस्थितीमध्ये कुठेही गेलं तरी त्याच्या मासमध्ये फरक पडत नाही. It doesn't change. But the weight of the body, it changes from distance to distance. Why? The weight is the dependent of the gravitational attraction. The gravitational attraction of the earth for body changes with the distance from the center. हे वेट कशामुळे बदलतं? कारण काय त्या बॉडीमध्ये आणि अट्रॅक्शन मध्ये असणारा देखील फरक जो आहे तो फरक बदलत जात असतो. व्हॅरी द ग्रॅव्हिटेशनल अट्रॅक्शन will change. Why? It is dependent on the distance from the center of the earth and the moon. याच्यामुळे ही जी वेट जी आहे ते वेट हे बदलत गेलेलं आपल्याला. And the mass of the body is more fundamental property than its weight. Thus, the basic unit of mass in SI system is known as the kilogram. However, the fractional quantity, that is the gram, is used for the very small quantities of chemicals in the laboratories. म्हणजे मासचं युनिट काय आहे? That is the kilogram. आणि जे काही स्मॉल क्वांटिटी जी आहे, जे काही लॅबोरेटरीमध्ये केमिकल्स वगैरे वेगळी करत असताना त्यांचं वेट जे आहे हे ग्रॅम मध्ये. Due to that, the SI unit, the international system of the units, that is the SI unit, in 1960, the General Conference of Weights and the Measure proposed the revised metric system, which is called as the International System of Units, that is the SI. And the SI system has the 7 basic units, that is the length, mass, time, electric current, thermodynamic temperature, amount of substance, luminous intensity. हे जे काही फंडामेंटल युनिट्स जे आहेत, जे काही बेसिक युनिट्स आपण ज्याला म्हणतो, त्याच्यामध्ये लेंथ असेल, हे 7 फंडामेंटल युनिट: लेंथ, मास, time, temperature, electric current, and the amount of substance. And the final one, that is the intensity, luminous intensity. These are the fundamental units which are proposed or given by the International System of Units, that is the SI unit of SI system. Then this involves length is measured, is represented as a L, mass is young, time is second. Yes. Time is T, its unit is T. Electric current and amount of substance. Electric current is I, amount of substance young, and intensity, luminous intensity, that is the IV. मग याचे SI युनिट्स काय आहे? That is, length is measured in the meter, mass in the kilograms, mass हे किलोग्राम, टाइम सेकंड मध्ये, टेम्परेचर हे केल्विन मध्ये, टेम्परेचर इज मेजर्ड इन द Kelvin, temperature in Kelvin, amount of substance mole, electric current ampere, and luminous intensity, it is measured in the Kelvin. These are the SI units, means these are the fundamental units: length, mass, time, temperature, electric current, amount of substance, and the luminous intensity. These are the fundamental units which are given by the SI system. But the length, that length is in the chemistry we are across the length while expressing properties such as the atomic radius, bond length, wavelength of electromagnetic radiation. For the measurement of this, we need the length. The SI unit of length are used for examples of nanometer, picometer. These are the values. Then the volume. It is the amount of space occupied by a three-dimensional object. And it does not depend on the shape. For the measurement of volume of liquids and the gases, the common unit is used as the liter. Volume क्या है या liter मध्ये आपण measure करतो. SI unit for this is the liter of dm cubic decimeter. That is 1 liter is equal to 1 dm cube is equal to 1000 ml and is equal to 1000 centimeter. That is the SI unit of volume is expressed in the meter cube. Volume का SI unit क्या है? Is expressed in meter. SI unit of volume. It is expressed in meter. Why? That is the 1 liter is equal to 1 dm. 1 liter is equal to 1 cubic decimeter is equal to 1000 ml is equal to 1000 centimeter cube. Hence, the volume is measured in the meter. The volume of layer is SI unit of volume is meter. Then about the another physical property, that is the next physical property is about the density, temperature. Density of a substance is its mass per unit. It is determined in the laboratory by measuring both the mass and the volume of the sample. The density is calculated by dividing mass by volume, and it is the characteristic property of the substance. So, SI unit of density can be obtained. That is the SI unit of density is equal to mass by volume. Mass by volume. मग SI unit density चा SI unit काय आहे मग? SI unit of mass divided by SI unit of volume. मग mass चा SI unit काय आहे? किलोग्राम. आणि volume चा SI unit काय आहे? मीटर क्यूब आहे. That is then the density चा SI unit of density will be that is kg per meter. That is the density. In serious system, gram per centimeter or gram per liter. But density is nothing but it is density of a substance is its mass per unit. It is determined in the laboratory by the measuring the mass and the volume of a sample. Then density, SI unit of the density is equal to mass by volume. SI unit of mass divided by SI unit of volume. The mass unit काय आहे? SI unit kg आहे. तर volume चा SI unit काय आहे? मीटर क्यूब आहे. Then kg per meter cube SI unit of the density. Then the serious system मध्ये that will be gram per centimeter cube. Gram per centimeter cube is the SI unit or gram per ml. kg per ml. तसंच gram per. That will be the SI unit of density. Then about the next is the temperature. आता टेम्परेचर हे कशासाठी आहे? टेम्परेचर इज अ मेजर ऑफ हॉटनेस और द कोल्डनेस ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट. एखाद्या वस्तूचं हॉटनेस किंवा कोल्डनेस मेजर करण्याचं साधन म्हणजे काय आहे? हे टेम्परेचर. आपण तापमान म्हणतो. एखाद्या वस्तूचं तापमान जे आहे मोजायचं असेल तर ते टेम्परेचरच्या सहाय्याने आपल्याला मोजता येतं. There are the 3 common scales to measure the temperature. That is degree Celsius, degree Fahrenheit, and the Kelvin. Temperature हे आपल्याला degree Celsius, degree Fahrenheit. Temperature. Temperature आपण कशा पद्धतीने मोजतो? 3 आहे. Degree Celsius, degree Fahrenheit, and these are the 3 ways to measure the temperature. Generally, the thermometer with the Celsius scale are calibrated from 0 degree to 100 degree Celsius, where these two temperatures are respectively the freezing point and the boiling point of water at the atmospheric pressure. These are represented on the Fahrenheit scale, that is on 32 degree Fahrenheit to 212 degree Fahrenheit. हे जे आपलं टेम्परेचर स्केल जे आहे त्या टेम्परेचर स्केल मध्ये आपल्याला आढळून येते की 0 डिग्री टू 100 डिग्री सेल्सिअस पर्यंत मेजरमेंट त्याच्यावरती लिहिलेलं आपल्याला आढळतं. That is nothing but it is the boiling point and the freezing point of the water at the atmospheric pressure. And the Fahrenheit scale वरती आपल्याला हेच जर आपण पाहिलं तर that will be between the 32 degree Fahrenheit to 212 degree Fahrenheit. And the temperature on two scales are related to each other. That is, degree Fahrenheit is equal to 9/5 degree Celsius plus 32. And the degree Kelvin is measured. That is the degree Celsius plus 270. That is the 270. म्हणजे केल्विन मध्ये कन्वर्जन करायचं असेल टेम्परेचर तर आपल्याला डिग्री सेल्सिअस किती आहे? 20 डिग्री सेल्सिअस असेल तर केल्विन मध्ये काय होईल? 20 plus 270. That will be converted into the degree, sorry, Kelvin. And degree Fahrenheit मध्ये that will be Fahrenheit is equal to degree Fahrenheit is equal, that is 9/5 degree Celsius plus 32. हे जे काही टेम्परेचर दिलं आहे हे फॅरनहाइट मध्ये आपल्याला या फॉर्म्युल्याच्या सहाय्याने आढळतं. आणि केल्विन मध्ये डिग्री सेल्सिअस प्लस 270 इज इक्वल टू द केल्विन. म्हणजे अशा पद्धतीने आपल्याला हे टेम्परेचर, मास, व्हॉल्यूम ही जी आहे त्या फंडामेंटल क्वांटिटी ज्या आहेत त्या फिजिकल क्वांटिटी ज्या आहेत त्या फिजिकल क्वांटिटीचं मेजरमेंट जे आहे या एसआय युनिटच्या सहाय्याने आपल्याला करता येत असतं. त्यानंतर अबाउट द लॉज ऑफ केमिकल कॉम्बिनेशन्स. लॉ ऑफ केमिकल combination. In that, first law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass. आता हे जे laws of chemical combinations जे आहे, how we can determine, how we can express. There are the various laws of the chemical combinations. First one is the law of conservation of mass, law of definite proportion, law of multiple proportion, Galois's law of gaseous volumes. These are the various laws of chemical combination. First of all, we will discuss about the law of conservation of mass. लॉ ऑफ कन्झर्वेशन ऑफ मास हे कशाला म्हणायचं हे आपण या ठिकाणी त्या ठिकाणी हे जे लॉ दिला आहे that is the total mass of the reactants is equal to total mass of the products. साध्या आणि सोप्या भाषेत. म्हणजे याचं 1743 to 1794 हा जो atomic Rjcl हा फ्रेंच सायंटिस्ट जो आहे it has often referred to as the father of modern chemistry. He carefully performed many combustion experiments, namely the burning of the phosphorus and mercury. Both in the presence of air, both resulted in an increase in weight. After several experiments, he found that the weight gained by the phosphorus was exactly the same as the weight lost by the air. That means he observed that is the total mass of the reactants is equal to the total mass of the म्हणजे हा जो फ्रेंच सायंटिस्ट जो आहे या फ्रेंच सायंटिस्टना त्याच्या लॅबोरेटरीमध्ये अनेक प्रयोग केले बरं कमिशन of the phosphorus and the mercury into the laboratory in process. After the several times he observed that त्याच्या असं लक्षात आलं की जे काही फॉस्फरसनं जे काही गेन केलेलं जे मास जे आहे मिळवलेलं जे मास जे आहे that will be equal to the mass lost weight of lost by the means he has observed that the mass of the reactor is equal to mass of product. When the hydrogen gas burns and combines with the oxygen to aid the water, the mass of the water formed is equal to the mass of the hydrogen and oxygen which are consumed. जसे की आपण एखादी रासायनिक अभिक्रिया हायड्रोजन H2 and O2 घेऊ 2H2O that will be 2H2 plus O2 चार हायड्रोजन 2 ऑक्सिजन 2 ऑक्सिजन या रासायनिक अभिक्रियेमध्ये हायड्रोजन आणि ऑक्सिजन यांच्यामध्ये रासायनिक अभिक्रिया झाल्यानंतर जो वॉटर मॉलिक्यूल तयार that the mass of this water is equal to the masses of the hydrogen and oxygen which are consumed. म्हणजे mass of the reactant is equal to the mass of the product. That is the law of conservation of mass. त्यालाच आपण law of conservation of masses. And on the basis of this, the law of conservation of mass states that the mass can neither be created nor destroyed. म्हणजे त्याचा काय अर्थ हो mass neither be created nor destroyed. That is the law of conservation of mass. त्याला आपण law of conservation of mass. अशा पद्धतीचे जे काही वेगवेगळे लॉज जे आहेत हे वेगवेगळे लॉज आपल्याला या ठिकाणी आफ्टर दिस वी कंटिन्यू द अनदर लॉज ऑफ द केमिकल कॉम्बिनेशन्स इन द नेक्स्ट.